What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about a free-to-play perspective about Brawl Stars. So let's get started. So I wouldn't say I'm really the best Brawl Stars player or like even a pro, but I'm decent, so I'd say I'm decent enough to give my opinion on it. So first, let's talk about the shop. So don't get me wrong, I love the shop. I only have one complaint with it, is that I actually prefer it when to buy skins you had to go into the Brawler menu and select the skin, because that way you could select any skin, but now like you have to wait until like certain skins you want comes up. But other than that, I'd say the shop is actually pretty good, and I like the way Supercell has worked it out. Now let's talk about Brawlers. So the game is definitely not the most balanced it's ever been. It's not really that balanced. One of the biggest problem is are the chromatic brawlers, Surge and Gale. They're kind of overpowered. I'm not sure. I mean, everybody knows they're overpowered at this point. Um, I mean, I wouldn't recommend buying them if you get the Brawl Stars pass because they're gonna get nerfed anyway. And since Supercell is probably gonna release an update pretty soon, um, I'm saving up gems for it actually, and I wouldn't buy it. Now let's talk about the big elephant in the room, the Brawl Pass. The Brawl Pass has changed the free-to-play environment of Brawl Stars, and not necessarily in a good way. Earlier, when you got a box for every 100 tokens and a big box for every 10 star tokens, I preferred that because it mattered more on how much you played and like how good you were. Instead, now like gemmers can just spend lots of gems to progress the game much faster and get like um, advantages because they get more boxes and stuff like that, and they could proceed by using the 30 gems. So I feel like that's kind of unfair. I understand that Supercell has to make money because they don't really run ads like other mobile games do, right? Because so they rely completely on gems and stuff like that. It's still a really good idea. Hopefully they can balance it later to make it more friendly for free-to-play players. Then there's also quests. Quests are good. I mean, I like them, but there's just a lot of quests clogging up your space because either you don't want to play that brawler or you don't want to play that game mode at that time. And like, I wish Supercell did something like removing them after a while or making sure that you can only have like one quest or a couple quests, and then you have to like complete a quest to get a new quest. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. I just like they just clog up space. So, continuing on things I don't like, let's talk about Look for a Team. Look for a Team was definitely made with good intentions, but it's complete garbage. It's utter trash. It doesn't work. Like, it takes years to load into one game, and years to load to find a teammate. And when you do find a teammate, they're not really much better than random teammates you'd find anyway. And since nobody really does look for a team anymore because of how bad it was, it's gotten even worse, and there's basically no point of it. I wish Supercell could like rework it to like make sure that it's like players that are like on the like play almost as much as you, or like something to make sure they're about as good as you. Other than that, yeah. So I don't. I think that it needs a complete rework, and yeah. Now let's talk about game modes. I love all of the game modes in the. I really like Showdown and Brawl. Those are my favorite modes. They're really fun to play. Showdown because it's like really competitive, and I just like Brawl because it's like soccer, and I like soccer, I guess. I do like the other game modes like Gem Grab and Bounty. Gem Grab seems a little bit luck based, but it's still pretty fun to play. Heist, and Siege, I don't really play Siege. I don't really like it. It's not a bad game mode. I just don't like it. And then I'm so glad they the new ticketed event, Super City Rampage, is really good. I enjoyed it, but it seems kind of similar to Boss Fight. Other than like it's kind of timed. But yeah, it's pretty similar to Boss Fight in that sense. And I like the added power play because it's more fair because everybody's maxed out. But then Gemmers have an advantage there because like they have way more maxed out brawlers than free to play players. But I'm still really glad they have it in there. Alright, now let's talk about Trophy Road. So Brawl Pass is kind of really similar to Trophy Road. And in some games like Clash Royale, it is the same thing, Trophy Road and whatever the Clash Royale pass is called. I really like it. It's really free to play friendly. It's just how much you play. You can't like spend gems to really advance it faster like you can with Brawl Pass. It's kind of like a better version of Brawl Pass, except it was always there. Another thing that really helped free-to-play players is star points, that because there's absolutely nothing to do with gems other than like if you have higher gems you can probably win more games. But other than that, yeah, star points are amazing. You can buy skins of them. So it's like kind of like free-to-play players gems. Speaking of gems, I'm actually saving up gems for the Brawl Pass because if you haven't noticed a trend, Surge and Gale have been really OP, so I'm assuming that the next chromatic brawler is also going to be quite OP, but I guess we'll find that out later. Just one last thing I'm confused about. You know when you load up the game, it says like Supercell, but then it also shows the 10th birthday anniversary. It's been a while since the 10th birthday anniversary, so I think they should remove it because like it's not Supercell's 10th birthday anymore. It's gonna be their 11th in like a couple months. So that's just my thoughts about how the game is going on. If you have different thoughts, just leave them down in the comments. We might respond, we might not. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when new Brawl Stars videos come out. Click here to see our latest video and click here to see our Minecraft playlist. Other than that, peace out. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.